What is up, everybody? I'm Jeremy. You guys are watching Inside the Coils. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Tonight, it's going to be something a little bit different. I've thought, it's Easter weekend. I didn't want to do my podcast on Easter Sunday. I just felt like that was a day I just need to actually just take a day off from everything and solely spend it with family. So bumped it up to Saturday, and I also didn't realize that the Holdback Rack was having their auction and how many other casts and live streams that are actually on this time of day on a Saturday. So I don't know who or how many of y'all are going to actually be tuning into this, because there might be something or somebody you normally watch that's in this time slot, and I kind of like invaded it basically. But for everybody that is here, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much for all the love and support. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, please. Excuse me. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button. And at the end of this, drop a video. Let me know how, or drop a comment. God, it's been a long day, folks. Short day, but long day. But drop a comment and let me know what you guys all thought about this week's live. I decided, like I was saying, change things up a little bit. And instead of having a normal guest like I was going to do, I thought, you know what? We're going to kind of give a shout out and a thank you to our channel members. And I put a link out into our channel member group chat. And we're going to have some of our channel members join us tonight and find out what they're doing this season, how their season's going, all that good stuff. Talk about a whole bunch of different things. I do know we will be talking about a baby carpet python that one of the members did buy, because let's face it, you guys all know how much I love my carpet pythons, and it's got to do with something. This girl back here, Lagatha, guys, she did lay me a clutch today, so you guys will have a clutch pulling coming up very shortly. So like 2 weeks up. You guys gotta wait 2 weeks. I'm sorry. There's another video that's got to come out before that video comes out, but I will say this. If you guys are interested in getting a jungle carpet python from Warfels Morphs, go to the link tree. That's right, folks. I now have a link tree. I finally quit procrastinating, and I made a link tree. Thanks to Husbandry Pro for that. But go to the link tree. It should be the very first thing to hit on that link tree. It's like Husbandry Pro store / incubator. Click that link. Go up to the upper right-hand corner, I think it is. Go to incubator. And find the carpet python clutch. Shouldn't be too hard. And get your name on that wait list, because I will tell you this much. There's a lot of people that are hitting me up for carpet pythons already. And I've had to tell them that like I can't put you on a list or anything until the clutch is here. Now, being on the list doesn't mean that you're, locked in, that you have to buy a baby or whatever. If there's one that you like, okay, awesome. It just gives you that first shot after the channel members have their shot at picking through them. It just kind of gives you that little bit of confidence that you will get told, hey, we've got this many available. And there is another clutch due in like 2 more weeks. So there will be plenty of carpet python babies, guys. But let's bring out our channel members that are with us currently, and then we'll go through, say hi to everybody. First off, we've got Tara from VooDoo Doll Royals, and maybe her husband, Scott. We'll see if Scott joins in. I know Scott that was there in the chat, but we'll see if Scott makes a guest appearance. And we've got an empty chair with a badass carpet python behind it, let me tell you. But that
I'm coming.
That
Sorry, I had a dog emergency.
I was gonna say, that empty chair gives me more support than you will realize.
Had a dog emergency there. Sorry about that.
Oh, no, you're good. You are good. All right, let's go through and say hi to everybody that's here. So we've got 11 people. Like I said, I'm not surprised. The days switched. I at least kept the time frame the same, because I know switching days just will screw everybody up to begin with. But I didn't realize Holdback Rack was having an auction, and like I just got notifications about like 2 other lives that are on. It's just like, well, shit. maybe bumping it up to Saturday wasn't a smart idea this time. But we got Tim from Mint Boas. What's up, Tim? Thanks very much for tuning in, dude. Great to see you. We got Scott from VooDoo Doll Royals in the chat, which he could be on screen if he wanted to. Scott. We've got Brian from Heathen Hatchery. What's going on? Thanks for tuning in. We've got Alex from Florida Born Exotics. What's going on, Alex? Good to see you. Hope the weather's mighty fine down south. Brandon, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. You got Greg there, but Greg's also, well, Greg was here. Maybe he's still there. I don't know. Greg, oh, there he is. Okay. Dude, like that, I was gonna say, that is like some trippy shit, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Man, for someone that's partially colorblind, you're really gonna screw with them tonight. Mitzi Ann, what's going on, girl? Thanks for tuning in. Good to see you in the chat. Ashley and Nikita, you girls got to get your asses on here too. Come on, you guys got the link. Hop on here. We want to hear what's going on over at Pip Stalkers as well. Eric B. No Rakim, what's up? Thanks for joining in tonight. Good to see y'all. Like I said, thank you very much for everybody that is tuning in, because I do know there's a whole bunch of other stuff going on. Appreciate every one of you guys for hopping in here and listening in. But it looks like Greg got one of our first topics out. We were just talking about it backstage. That's why it was the delayed start. You guys don't know how I get excited about these things.
It's my fault. It's my fault, and
it
just
is.
Blame me.
It's all Greg's fault. So I'm going to put Greg up on the big screen here. Greg, show off what you got there, brother.
Let me stop this thing from screwing with you again, because apparently
now it's screwing with you big time, because now like you.
Right? It just blends all in, and
there we go. There we go. He is a pretty boy. I tell you what, man.
Absolutely.
He's a little smaller than the others because he decided not to eat for the first 3 months of his life, but he's coming around.
He was definitely he was my headache carpet. Like literally, you had your heart set on him. And I did not it was like how every time I gave you an update, it's like how do I tell Greg that this thing is not it's not eating, it's got me scared to death, that I'm gonna come down, it's gonna be dead one morning. He was definitely a problem child for me. And thank you to Nathan at Infinite Possible Pythons. I took him over to Nathan's place because I was talking to Nathan about it. He goes, dude, just bring it over here, because Nathan has ASFs as well. So it gave an extra trick to the arsenal that we could try ASFs and maybe get him started on that.
Sure.
And Nathan had, I had a hide, basically did a repeat setup of what I had him in. But then Nathan went and gave him a toilet paper roll. And apparently, folks, that's all it really took, was a toilet paper roll.
It's the magic trick.
So, needless to say, Nathan got this boy started on the food for Greg and myself. And Greg and TJ came up for a breeder get-together at Shady Maple. And that's where Greg got to finally, after a very long, it really was 3 or 4 months. Something.
It was 3 months. Yeah.
It was very stressful 3 months. It seemed to wait
because we came up for the picnic, and that's when I picked him out. And it was, September?
Yeah, you're right. It would have been September.
It was the end of September that we came up. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a very long 3 months. But as you can see, guys, he is thriving.
Yeah, he's doing
good. It's one of the neat things, out of all the babies, I've gotten to keep an eye on almost all of them. Just because everybody that got everything from the first clutch was primarily within my inner circle, either PA people or you, Greg, Kike got one. So many people within my small community that I stay in touch with, that has Instagram, post reels, and all that stuff, allowed me to keep very close tabs on how these babies are doing. And I gotta say, man, I the way that they go through their color change. You really can't predict what they're going to look like as babies, or as they start coloring up. But when you see how some of them just really blow your socks off, Kike's, his is just holy crap.
Yeah, his is a smoke show too.
His is a smoke show. My male he's somewhat a smoke show, but his dorsal yellows are he's still got a little bit of brown tinge to it yet. So I don't know if that's just, maybe he's not going to color up his bright yellow. He's still going through that color change possibly. I don't know, but I know his sister has a little bit better yellows than what he does, but he also he's like, what would you say, probably 80% tipping? Like,
you broke up on me there. Try to say again.
The male that I kept, he's probably like, what, 80% tipping, roughly? I mean,
he's all over. It's crazy the way his pattern came out.
Yeah, he's almost legit. Everybody gives you that diamond type of feel.
Yeah.
Well, you're in the market this year for one, am I correct, Greg? Because you said something about a banded.
I'm looking for a couple of females to start my my breeding off with them. I'm gonna branch off with carpets, but again, it's gonna be 4 or 5 years down the line. I got to let them grow and mature. So
yeah, I say it's a long but rewarding trail.
Yeah,
to say the least. I mean, it takes a while, but it goes by quick. He's beautiful, dude.
I've enjoyed him. And since moving him to the larger setup I've got here, he's really enjoyed it. He's out at nights, moving around, checking things out. So I'm glad to see it. Bro. He was funny when I first put him in a enclosure. I put him in a bioactive just because that was here and it was easily available, and I had all the stuff for it. And he goes around the bottom of the cage playing the floor is lava. He'll hover about this far above the ground, but he won't get down on the dirt. He doesn't like to get on the dirt.
That's funny. Quirky. They are quirky suckers. There is no doubt about that.
Yeah.
Smart, though. Funny. Smart as hell. They are super smart.
Yeah, they're definitely different from your ball pythons or your corn snakes. You can see that they're constantly moving and thinking while they're moving.
Yep.
I think the only thing I can compare them to with that is like a retic. They're you can just see the thought process going on almost in their eyes. And
I totally agree, man. Totally agree. Exotic World of Geckos, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. Taylor, Red Moon Royals, what's up? Taylor, I was almost going to hit you up to get me a patch from JD Constriction, and I couldn't be a hypocrite. So I'm sorry that I didn't hit you up to get me a patch, but at the same token, I'm glad I did. We're not going to get started on the patch train, though, tonight, folks. I promise you we're not going to get started on the patch train. Oh, man. All right, so let's get all back here equal here once. Let's go ahead and run our first channel sponsor real quick, and then we'll get to talk about what everybody has going on for their season this year. Make sure you check out Nathan at Infinite Possible Pythons. He is your guy to go to if you want to get into the Bang project. On top of it, he's working a bunch of awesome ball python projects. Kahua geckos, Leachianus geckos, crested geckos, some scaleless corn snakes, and he is your one-stop shop for all your branding needs. So check him out. Make sure you check out Chris at S Reptilia. If you're looking for a ball python, boa, colubrid, blood python, he is the guy to go to. He's also a rat breeder on the eastern side of PA, and he is Pennsylvania's distributor of Cocoa to Go and the Chipper, which is by far the best cocoa substrate on the market today. So make sure you go ahead and check him out. All right, let me flip-flop here. S&K Exotics, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. I do believe you are a new face for me to see in the chat. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Greatly appreciate it. So, give me an update, guys. How's everybody's season going? Like, I'm anxious to hear about what y'all got going on, what you have to clutch-wise, anticipating, all that good stuff.
Well, first off, for the record, Jeremy, you have ruined me. We went to one of we went to our local pet store the other day, and he was skimming around looking at stuff, and he goes, I wonder what kind of snake this is. And I kind of glide by and glance, and I go, I bet that's a carpet. And I walk over and ask the guy, hey, my husband wants to know what kind of snake that is. And the guy goes, oh, that's a mutt carpet.
A mutt carpet?
A mutt carpet.
That's what he said. He said a mutt carpet. So I guess it's a mix of a few different types of
Let's
carpets.
see.
It's not anything.
Say it might be just a mixed blood of different localities.
I want one so bad I can even pick them out when they're barely visible at the store.
Well, see, that is a good thing, though, because you're not going to have much trouble picking one out from these babies. I can guarantee you that.
We will have to talk about that off the air, because
Well,
I do really want one.
You're coming for the barbecue, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's no better place to pick a carpet out than right here from the lair. You would have a full rack to go through, Tara, by then.
Step into my parlor, said the spider to the fly.
Yes.
And so it begins.
But no, like in all seriousness, like once they come out and they do become available, everybody that is a channel member gets first dibs. Like before they hit Morph Market, anything else. That's the one big perk I wanted to make sure is that members got first dibs. Plus, you guys get a discount deal on top of it. So keep that in mind. Just saying, keep that in mind. Scott, get to making room.
That's always needed.
Gotta have the enclosure space.
Oh, dude, I tried telling her there's always room for one more. We can I can find it. You just gotta let me see what I got to work with. I can find it.
I can say I'm legit running out of wall space, man. I don't have wall space to put enclosures anymore.
Well, see, I've got room to go up, like for the ball pythons, but I'm literally at this point where like the desk that the laptop's on right now, like basically my little workbench, I am gonna have to pull out, put in the middle of the room to put the other hatchling rack that I'm getting from my buddy just as a temporary until I just go and order. I'm still trying to figure out if I'm going to order a 130 first or a 1065 for again or what. But Mike's nice enough to be letting me borrow his 1065 because he doesn't need it because he hasn't bred boas in like 2 years. So
nice.
He's got a rack just sitting there not doing anything. So I'm going to bring that here, and that's basically going to be just carpet pythons. That's all it's going to freaking be is carpets. This clutch that I just pulled today was a very nice one. The next carpet clutch should be equally nice, if not maybe a little bit larger. We'll see. But there should be a lot of carpets. It's probably going to be... I wouldn't lay a bet that there's not going to be like 30 plus carpets to pick from.
Now, are they all Xena babies?
They will all be Xena babies, yes. It's just a matter of who mom is. Mom from this clutch was Lagatha. The next clutch will be from Chris's girl Celeste, which I was talking to Nathan today, and that's one that has me slightly on edge to pull because I don't know Celeste that well, and I've only held her. Let's see, I held her getting her out of the enclosure at Chris's place, which that was at nighttime, and she was pretty decent. She was good with me then. So that in itself leads me to think, okay, we'll be okay. But she's also like, we just don't know each other that well. So I feel, if I'm going to be going in your house and taking your babies, I kind of need to know you a little bit in order to not get popped at least once. So,
sounds like a great time to have Chris come over for a day.
Well, dude, Chris wasn't even there when I pulled her out. Like, Chris was up in the mountains or something fishing.
Oh.
And so he told me, he goes, yeah, just so you know, use the hook and good luck.
Wow.
That's the advice you never want to hear.
Dude, yeah, I mean, he made it sound like she was a loose cat, like she's very unpredictable. And while she's been here, I mean, I think I've got her signals kind of down, but she is very much you've got to tap her with the hook and let her know, this isn't food coming in. But she's been decent. I do think I might take a pop somewhere. Like, if I don't take a pop, I'm going to be surprised. So
It's funny,
So
the
put his
ones
hand
last
in
year.
and pull back a nub.
well, and and the one thing is she's almost, well, yeah, she's about the same size as Xena. Maybe not quite as long, but she's got a big head to her. So if I do get popped, it's gonna let you know. I'm gonna know it.
Last year, the couple of balls that I just knew, I'm just going in thinking there will be blood, but and one of them, just the one that I knew was just going to shred me, just kind of rolled up. Was like, oh hey Dad, hey look what I got, and just kind of let go of the eggs, and let me pull it right off of them. I was like, that was way too easy.
Yeah. When they do that, it kind of worries you. It's like, all right, am I like, are you really just letting me get my guard down, and you're gonna get me when I really don't expect
Exactly.
it? Yeah, it's just, oh man, it gets you on edge a little bit, especially when you expect it. That's the worst thing. If you hype yourself up to where you think you are 100% gonna get nailed, and it doesn't happen, you're like, really? Like this didn't happen? Like, and you're just kind of like
Right.
in shock and awe.
So this year, go get your piece of 1.5 PVC, 6 inches long, and a little bit of rope and suction cups. You're good to go.
I was gonna say, and your construction netting if you're getting a hatchling, just some construction netting.
Yep.
That way they got some perching. Our dad's gone crazy. What's going on? Thanks for tuning in. Skulls, Serpents, and Exotics. What's going on? The School of Crop. I almost said crap, but the School of Crop. Thank you very much for tuning in. And Chopos or Chopos, Balls, what's going on? Man, some new faces into the chat tonight. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciate you guys joining us on a Saturday. And like I said, it's a little bit of a different kind of vibe tonight. We're going to have a good time, though, because just a hang out, chill, see what everybody's got going on. So, Tara,
So, Jeremy, our first clutch is due around April 12th, and I'm making him pull it so I don't get bit.
oh, now
How's that make you feel, Scott?
I'm so happy.
Yay!
Now, are you going to film it, Tara, for Instagram or something? I feel as though you need to at least film it and put it on
For science.
Yes, for science.
I mean, for science
Purely
purposes,
educational.
we should.
Educational, what not to do.
When someone says "look out" or "here, I'll hold the camera, you do this," maybe you should think twice. So what's that pairing? What's that pairing going to be then?
So it is a pastel Enchi clown, or het clown. Sorry, pastel Enchi banana het clown to a het clown female.
Ooh, okay.
So the hope is banana Enchi clown.
Those would be very nice.
Hoping the pastel is going to get bypassed.
But,
Pastel's not bad in banana.
I was gonna say,
yeah.
I was just gonna say that. In all honesty, I don't mind pastel and banana, and maybe I'm crazy. My pastel banana, the female that I have, she's freaking drop dead gorgeous as an adult. I mean, she's a big girl, but she's still got beautiful oranges and yellows and pinks, and like she's drop dead freaking gorgeous as an adult. I mean, she's this is our 4th year breeding, so she's 4. So she's like 6 years old now. God, I can't believe she's that old. But yeah, she's like 6 years old.
Don't let everybody chase you away from pastel.
No,
Well,
especially if it's a good pastel, it'll hold in clown. If it's a high quality, it'll hold.
It's more about the fact that what the baby will be going to go with my 5-year plan has pastel in it. Both females I have both have pastel, and I'm trying to stay away from the super pastel.
Oh, I get you. Oh, okay, that makes sense then.
If I can get one without pastel, I will be very happy, just so I can avoid the super pastel.
That does make sense. That does make sense then.
So these guys are actually these babies. If the odds are with us, they will be continuing for our 5-year plan to produce the snake that ultimately I want to produce in the next 5 years.
Nice. And what is the ultimate snake for within the 5-year plan?
I want a super blackhead, acid leopard, Barnhart black pastel, banana hypo clown.
Oh. Just picture all that as Exantic without the banana.
I was gonna say you had me to a banana.
And they're thinking, it's like, oh god, she's breaking my heart cord. And then she forgot the Exantic part.
There is a chance to get it without banana, though, because the banana is only a 50-50 shot. So I could end up hitting on everything but the banana.
But you know,
is your banana a male or a female?
I have both. I have most of my banana males are female makers, and then I have a bunch of female bananas. Banana's a big thing for me. I love my bananas.
You and my sister would get along great.
I like the banana stuff too. You know what, though? In all honesty, all joking aside, that would be a killer-looking animal because they're at Gettysburg. I don't know, Tara, if you saw, I had a super blackhead, or was that just a blackhead? I think it was super blackhead with some other stuff to it from John and Christine on the table.
Mm-hmm.
And I told John that if it didn't sell, it was going to go home with me because the thing was... I stared at that thing, and my head was like, it's a sickness, folks. It's complete. My mind is complete and utterly sick. But I stared at that thing, and my brain just automatically turned that sucker into Exantic. It completely deleted everything and just turned it black, white, and gray. And that, in my head, was the most beautiful freaking Exantic combo you could probably come up with. So you take that, and you put that into banana. And all that black's going to become really beautiful purples. I think that's going to be a drop-dead gorgeous animal.
Mm-hmm. And there is the ability to throw the Exantic in there because we did pick up some of that as well.
Yeah, from Kai. We've got a fire Exantic het pied boy. We have a girl that we got as a package off of a holdback rack auction from him. That is het Exantic and then het pied. And then I also picked up a spinner blast that is het Exantic, het DG, and just I guess, lemon blast? Lemon blast that is het for Exantic and het for DG.
Okay.
So, but it's not the brown TSK, it's the good VPI.
Oh, she's on a roll tonight. I should have freaking grabbed a Yoo-hoo just to make myself feel better here. Damn.
Hey, nobody else is here to beat you up. I figure I'll do it for them. Maybe earn me some brownie points.
Yeah, Danny, Nate, none of them guys are here. Chris, I know Chris is there watching the holdback rack.
And Kai is actually on the holdback rack. He's part of the auction, so...
Well, here's an interesting tip for everybody. Save your money because next week Kai will be on here doing an auction.
Is he even going to have anything?
Dude, I don't know where he has to have snakes like coming out of his butt or something. I don't get it. Because the last time I think he did a holdback rack auction before mine. And then this time doing it again, it's like, damn, Kai. How many snakes you got over there that you can get rid of? But man,
it's magic. He's just pulling them out of that never-ending bottomless bag.
We're down to like 19 finally. So
I felt so bad for Kai at Gettysburg because he actually had one of our babies, the fire VPI, in his case, and all the kids kept coming up and looking at it and going, I want that one, and he had to, put sold on it, so it was already sold. He's like, I could have made some good money off of that.
Well, I know that one of the first snake I sold was my spider, my OD spider Exantic girl. She was the first one that sold, like right off the rip, basically. I was like, damn. I mean, it didn't serve, she was beautiful. I wouldn't have cared if she would have stayed. Ashley, what up, girl?
There she is.
Hey, hi,
Ashley. Finally.
What's up?
Where's Nikita at?
She just left. She had to go do some stuff, so that's why I was late coming in because I was letting her leave the house first so all the dogs would calm down.
Well, I'm glad you could join us.
Yeah, for sure. I don't get you very often, so usually I'm at work right now.
No, and it's nice. Like, I was very leery on putting the live on a Saturday, and we go up in numbers a little bit, and then we kind of go down. So I think a lot of people are probably going to watch the replays.
Yeah.
So I felt bad bumping it up, but I kind of had no choice. I didn't want to do it tomorrow on Easter. I wanted tomorrow just to be a family day. So
Yeah.
Do you have anything else going on, Tara, for this season that you're excited pairing wise, other than that clutch due to be coming out here soon?
You're so excited. Go ahead.
I actually paired my OD pinstripe to a pastel inchy Centauri, which is a gene that Solomon from Eastern Florida Pythons was working with. And I actually picked this girl up off of someone's collection sale that someone I know purchased. And I'm kind of hoping that goes through because it'll be kind of interesting to see.
So I don't even know if I've heard of Centauri.
Mm-hmm. So that'll be nice. I have a 1,700-gram girl that I just picked up from Tom, and she will be getting paired to the acid Enchi chocolate that we have. So I'm really excited for that. That's not going to be until a little later this year once he's he's close, but he's not there yet. Yeah. So that'll be later on. But those are the pairings that we're most excited about. A lot of our stuff is still very young, so we're still just kind of growing it up and getting it where it needs to be. Mainly my males. I have a lot of big females. I just don't have the males that I want to pair with them up where they need to be yet.
Yeah. Well, this is, correct me if I'm wrong, this is your actual first year of producing stuff, though, correct?
Yep. So see, I think that's first year.
And I mean, how many clutches are you looking at doing?
For this year,
yeah,
at max 4.
See, I think that's a really good number. I think that's a really good number to start out at. I think my first year I paired 5, got 4. And that, I felt, gave me enough to where I learned how to do what I needed to do as far as setting up egg stuff and all that good stuff. But it also gave me that time to kind of work the marketing aspect of it. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where a lot of people, like the breeding part of it, I don't want to say is easy, but it technically really is. I'm noticing that a lot of people are having more problems selling and moving stuff, but that's because their approach as to how they want to go about selling isn't exactly, the proper way or the most inviting way, I guess. And look who pops up from the shadows. What up, bro? The guy that I talked to on the phone, and he goes, "Can you hang on 1 second, Jeremy? I'll be right back." Puts me on hold for like 10 minutes, never comes back.
Ouch.
Yeah. I hung up on his ass. And then I told him, "Don't worry about it. You don't have to call me back. It's okay. I was just calling to BS with him." And then he calls me back anyway. And we talked for like a whole nother hour.
So
what up, Nathan?
Everything we are pairing this year is for us. I mean, obviously there will be some that we will not, be keeping because they won't fit into our plan. But everything that we are pairing together we're hoping to get specific babies out of it. And even if we don't hit those exact ones, there are ones with maybe 1 less gene or 2 less genes that we're still hoping to hit. So we're kind of breeding for us. We're not really breeding on a mass scale. We're not trying to, sell 1 million snakes, make $1 million. We're just kind of doing this because we enjoy it. And there's a specific end game that we want to reach. And then once we reach that, we want to push it further.
There's no reason to ever stop breeding for you. Just keep doing that the whole time. You'll always enjoy it.
Well, that's my main thing is there are certain combos that I want to see and I want to do, and that is my main focus. We don't really have a lot of things that make bells and things like that because that's, there are enough of those out there. I don't need to make more.
In all honesty, like, I mean, any bell I've made, they sold quick. I do not have a good luck at hitting bells. Like, freaking the worst. Like, I made. Let's see. I got a bell the first year we missed out on bells total. The clutch didn't go. The second year we got one. Third year the whole clutch was a disaster except for 2 eggs that survived. And now those 2 eggs, only one of the babies survived because the one baby was kinked so bad. I still didn't get a bell out of that. So bells have not been my friend at all. And then this year the girl's not even like. I threw the ultrasound on her and there's like nothing going on. It's just like, well, hell. So
we have 2 lessers and a Mojave, but they're all female. Okay. We have no bell makers for the male end at all. So it's just they're pretty. They're not something I'm really into. Kind of like how I don't like pied because of all the white. So I'm like you. I'd rather have a black and white snake than an all white snake or a mostly white snake, and you can't tell what the heck's in it. So
yeah, bell to bell would be the way to go but then depending what your bell to bell is, I would honestly like a super Mojave to a super lesser would be like the best way to go in my opinion.
Yeah,
I know
it's
bell to bell, but
Russo.
still, Russo, something like that. But that bell I made, I am like 99% sure it was a GHI Mojave lesser bell. Just because, like, I don't care how white people think those things are, you can still see in the right light a glimmer of pattern, or at least my eye. Maybe that's the perk to being partially colorblind. You pick up on like tones a little bit different. But I could see a little bit of pattern, and it was a GHI pattern.
Nice.
Type of deal. So, I don't know. It had some crazy, wonky patterns to it.
See, if you really want to sell snakes at a show, your best option is to do Barnhart Black Pastel, Banana, and Spider, because they start out, when they come out of the egg, they're pink. Pink. The boy we have, who is now kind of like white and peach with a little bit of orange, he started out pink. And all the little girls at the show were just running up to, the vendor, and they were like, oh my gosh, it's a pink snake! And they were going nuts over it.
I believe that.
It's a good combo to sell to girls. Like if you want to get young girls into it, a pink snake.
So I've still
really neat.
My GHI Mojave Banana that I held back from our first season, she is still very pinky lavender. Like, I thought for sure her colors would have done something weird, but she's still just as good looking now as she was as a baby. I mean, she's got a little bit more orange hue inside of her a little bit there in some of the pattern, but she's
the GHI is like leopard in them. It's going to hold those purple and pink tones throughout the
dude,
she's the snake.
Let me see if I can get her here quick.
Look at that.
Wow. Look how pretty she is.
I mean, you got this pinky purple lavender.
Not a lot of spots in that, huh?
Dude, she does not have one solid black scale. She's got a couple like freckles in a scale. But there's not one scale that is all black.
What all genes do you have in there?
That's just GHI, Mojave, and Banana.
Oh, the Mojave must be keeping it. Okay.
Yeah. And I think
gorgeous.
she's going to go for us this year, too.
See, I'm not a real big fan of the spots. That's why you'll never see me do a black pastel banana pairing. I don't care for all the spots that the black pastels get.
Throw some Enchi in there.
Enchi doesn't knock it down. My Enchi Clown banana is still got quite a few spots.
Really?
Belgians help to hold it out quite a bit. Lesser does a really good job. I didn't realize that Mojave would do that good of a job with it, but
let's see, Mojave does a really good job. I know the some of her siblings that went out to other people, no black scales at all on them either. And I think it's just because of the Mojave.
Right.
So.
And then the fire complex also helps with the spots.
Yeah.
We'll find out. Too, yeah. I just paired my banana boy to our fire girl this year, so.
Yeah.
Just because we wanted to put some bananas on our table.
Next season, I'm excited because I've got that. God, what is he? He's a banana leopard citron, pastel banana leopard citron. I can't freaking remember what he is. I have to go find his tag. But he's got that citron in there, and my God, like he's freaking drop dead freaking gorgeous. Of course, he came from Triforce because I think that's really the only place you can get citron at. But
you let me know when he has babies. When he makes babies, let me know.
It should be next season. I don't know what I'm going to throw him to though. That's going to be the thing. Is next season, like, there's a lot of pairings that are on. Like, I kind of already have my base pairings already figured out. Maybe that's the bad thing about Husbandry Pro. I can figure that stuff out real quick. But there's a lot of, if this is made and it gets up to size fast enough, there's going to be some flip-flopping and all that stuff. So, Nikki, Irresistible, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. Blue Zombie, what's going on as well? Thanks for tuning in. Nathan.
So, Vance.
I can't see yellow. Come on now. Man, tell you, it started off with Tara being harsh on me. Now Nathan's in here busting my chop. Man, that's how you know you've got Frank. Chapo's ball says, I'm new to balls, but I've gotten info on Facebook. That seems odd. What part seems odd? As far as maybe they mean as far as the genes that keep the banana stuff out. Choppers, what part seemed odd to you? Eric, give Husbandry Pro a shot. Go in the description. Click the link. Free 30-day trial, guys. Free 30-day trial of Husbandry Pro.
Eric, I'm telling you, man, look, I'm not sponsored by them at all. Jeremy might be, but I'm not, and you'll never look at it the same. It's absolutely the way to go.
I don't want to say I'm partnered with them. I'm partnered with them, but I believed in the software before I became a partner with them. So
absolutely,
it's just one of those things. I believe in it to the very core. It saves me so much time. You guys, right now, if you would go into my link tree. Click the link in the link tree. Go to Husbandry Pro. It's the first option you can click on. It's Husbandry Pro store/incubator. All right. I'm just going to use this as a big selling point for everybody. It gives you a storefront, so you have another place you can sell your animals on. Okay. You'll have your morph market. You have Husbandry Pro store. It's not an extra charge. And then on top of it, you can go into my incubator. You can see what I've got cooking. You can get it on a wait list. It's a nice way to kind of build up some anticipation, let people see what's going on. Helps you get some of those sales maybe before the animals come out. And now, granted, it's a lot of it's odds, contingent, and if you're allowing to release whatever that you're producing, but there's a lot of benefits to it. Eric's like, wait a minute, I gotta sell snakes. Yes. You cannot keep them all, Eric. There's a point at which they must go. Unless you've got a mansion in like 36 rooms, then you're fine. You don't
Jeremy,
get rid of nothing.
Do you use the scan feature with QR codes at the shows?
I do. Freaking fantastic, dude.
We tried to do it and couldn't get it to work out. I know TJ put a trouble ticket in on it. I don't know.
Okay,
what the outcome of that was.
I will walk you through that after the live. Because I got to figure out where it's at. But there's two different types of QR codes. There's one where it's just Husbandry Pro oriented, where only you on your Husbandry Pro can scan it and use it.
Right.
But there's another setting you got to turn on, and it'll create a totally different looking QR code. And that QR code will work with your Husbandry Pro QR, and it'll work with other people's cameras, to where they can just scan it with your camera, pull up the link, and it'll work.
Okay.
Yes, Nathan, right here. Yeah, it's called public QR codes. Yes. So after the live, dude, I'll walk you through. We'll find it and we'll get it turned on for you.
All right, I'll check with her and make sure she got.
But yeah,
I don't know what she did. She had set that all up the night before. I was in a lot of pain that night. Went to bed early trying to defeat it before the show. And
okay.
She and my sister had printed out the cards to put on there, but we just couldn't get them to work and didn't understand what it was. So
I know. Once you started saying it, I knew exactly what you were talking about, because I had that same issue. I took all the cage cards, and I was at the show. I'm like, when somebody asked me to scan something, and like they tried using their phone, it wouldn't work. I was like, wait, what the hell? And I looked more into it, and yeah, you just got to turn on that public QR code setting. And like I said, it's a completely different looking QR.
Okay.
Yes, Nathan, you are correct. And once you turn on that public QR code, all your other QR codes are null and void, because then it generates a whole new QR code. So you'll have to print out new cards.
For all the animals?
For all of them.
Fuck.
Yes.
Wow.
So, yeah, there is a catch-22 to that.
That's a game changer.
Well, you know what, though? In all honesty, and I'll say this, just because a lot of the stuff you have now that you're working with and breeding, chances are at some point you're going to go to sell it. So even if you would, not mess around with those QR codes, when you go to sell them at a show, someone asks about records on them, they won't be able to scan them anyway. So before you add more animals to the mix, you're probably better off just doing
Go
it
ahead
now.
and swap them all over.
Yeah, just rip the Band-Aid off me.
God, I think we went through 3 or 4 packs of cards bring those. Damn.
Oh. See, I just buy photo paper out the ass, and I just print it off on sheets of photo paper
and just
then
cut it,
laminate it after that.
Yeah, we bought the perforated cards because we figured that would be the easiest thing to do, and then we slide them into the little clear wallets on the enclosures. And that works great. I mean, because they got a little sticky bag. We just stick them on the front of the enclosure on the window.
Yeah.
And then we've got, as we're feeding and going along, we just scan them and go. Or in the racks, we just put them on the front of the tub. But
Tammy, what's up? Yeah. See, I like mine. Like, I really like the new QR code or the new label designer that they came out with, because I haven't. I shrunk the size of the card down some, and when it's on the display, it doesn't take up as much room on top of the display, so you get to see more of the animal. I don't have a whole bunch of jumbled up info on it now. I kind of, streamlined the info that's on it. It looks a lot nicer.
Yeah, the ones we printed out, they weren't. I mean, they were maybe an inch tall, and just large enough to have the animal info on them. And
like they're. I don't even know. I think I have one of the credit card ones still down, but maybe I got rid of it. I think I got rid of it. But the credit card ones, you figure were probably about the size of a business card. So there you can see.
Mm-hmm.
Significant different size. And I just put a little patch of Velcro on the back, and put a little patch of Velcro on the display. That way you can
swap them.
Swap them out and all that stuff. It's quick, easy, simple.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it takes a little bit of time to do that. Like, I print them out on photo paper, cut them out, laminate them, and then cut those out then too. But to me, it's not that. It doesn't take that long, and it's well worth it.
Yeah. She's not going to want to hear that. I'll let you break that news to her, Jeremy.
I want to get back up here to Chapo said something about He said, I was told Dave Coffin just made the info seem a certain way so he doesn't upset breeders.
What info?
Yeah, what info?
I think maybe he was watching the
ball python
Dave
movie.
Kaufman video.
Yeah, watched his ball python movie and thought it was awesome. It was a very good movie.
Yeah.
Very well done. But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to. I don't know what he would have said in there that would have. I mean, I as a breeder, I watched it. I didn't think there was anything offensive or.
He also did one on rainbow boas too. That was really good.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Chaba says that they have 2 ball pythons. Does anyone remember those days?
It was like 2 months ago.
I do remember those days, but it escalated rapidly. Hails, balls, what's up? Good to see you in the chat. I haven't seen you around lately. Thank you very much for tuning in. Tammy says she has 8. I missed the feeding bills that came with 2 and 8.
Right?
Now it's like, God, I think I'm down maybe around 80 now since the hatchlings are all gone. But now the first clutch is coming out of the incubator next week. So there's adding 12. And then when the carpets come out, that's adding a whole nother, like, 2 clutches of ball pythons, basically. So.
See, that's why I am so glad that I got those soft fur colonies from Danny and started breeding the soft furs, because that cuts my feed bill in half, because I can just alternate. You know, one week I buy rats, the next week I feed soft furs. So then I get a whole week where, you know, I don't have to pay any money other than what I'm paying to feed the soft furs, and I already have the dwarf rats, and they eat the same stuff. So it's not really killing me there either.
Yeah. See, that's the one, like, if I had, well, I can't say if I had the room, because I have the room. If I had the time allotment to do it. Now, I do have it in the plans. I even talked it over with Kara, because I told her I'm trying to figure out a way to speed this thing up of saying the hell with my job. I'm really, like, this year, like, I've just started my paving prep season, and I'm already at my wit's end. Normally it takes me at least a couple of months into it before I've just, like, had it, and the stupidity has just gotten to me already this bad this quick, and I'm just kind of like, it's like, I think I'm just done. I think I'm honestly shot. So I'm trying to figure out a way, because she goes, well, could you even do it full time right now? I was like, I couldn't do it full time now. Like, I'm still a couple years out from it. So I'm trying to figure out ways to speed things up or kind of fast track it a little bit. Doing rats might be one of those things to fast track it a little bit. Sucks because I'm going to lose more time, but yeah, it's going to get...
That's his plan. He actually just applied, because you know from talking to us that, you know, we both work in a local warehouse. And he actually just applied at a job that's going to bump him up to $75,000 a year to start. So he's hoping to eliminate me having to work. He's going to work so that I can stay home and start, you know, really getting in with the snakes and all, so that I can work that. And then the clay figurines that I make, I'll have more time to do that and sell those as well. And then, you know, he'll work and I'll just stay home and work on the snakes and stuff like that. So that's the hope. Now we're just waiting for the call back.
Now, I don't mean to change gears here. Greg, did your Alexa or whatever just say it's slither time?
Yep.
Okay, all right. I heard it. I'm listening to the Terror Talk, and I hear them. I'm like, did I freaking hear that right? Like,
No, I heard
Alexa
it
tell the snake time to like slither on out, basically?
That's pretty much why it's there. You'll see. Now the lights have gone out. Give it a little bit. I'll throw them back on. You'll be able to see them out their window surfing.
Just funny. It's slither time. Oh man, Ashley, you're sitting there awful quiet, girl. Talk. What do you got going on over here? I know you've been picking up some killer stuff from the auctions.
Yeah.
Tell us what you got going on for this season.
Okay, I'll show off this girl first, and then we'll go. Because you guys were talking about bells. So figured I'd show off our one and only holdback from last year. So this is GHI Super Mystic. Super deep in shed, so this is kind of what we're trying to make. Because we're trying to do GHI Mystic Potion hypos. So this should be about what they look like. Pretty close.
That is gorgeous.
That is gorgeous.
So, and if Eric's still in here, this is the sister to Eric's girl. He got the GHI Mystic Potion that I think is going to improve out het hypo.
So if you go with Super GHI in that combo, does it give any pattern at all, or does it still stay all gray down the sides?
I'm not 100% sure. We don't have the chance to make the Super GHI until this girl is ready to go. And obviously that's going to be a while. But as far as like right now, I mean, I guess maybe next year we might be able to do that if we hit, we're trying to hit some Super Mystic hypos this year too. So if we hit a GHI Super Mystic hypo male, we could put it to like one of our GHI Mojave hypo females and go from there and see if it does. But the only pairing that we have this year to make them is we have a chocolate ODNG Mystic hypo male going to a GHI Mojave female hypo. So everything's going to be hypo in that. And then Blackhead GHI Mojave hypo male to a Mystic Potion het hypo female.
Nice.
So
nice.
We shall see.
So at least I'm not alone in the hypo love, because I love my hypos too.
Oh yeah. So I think 87 out of the 110 that we have are either hypo or het hypo. So,
okay. Yeah. You love hypo just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
I love my Nathan, if you're still in the chat, dude, what was Danny's? Because Danny, I thought, produced. I think his was a Super Mojave GHI hypo or something. Correct me if I'm wrong, Nathan. Hopefully you're still watching. And that was an all gray snake. I think Nathan ended up with it because we were over and Danny was showing it off. I'm pretty sure it was a Super Mojave GHI hypo. Is all gray, but the dorsal stripe was there, but it wasn't like outlined.
Yes,
okay, yeah, Nathan says, it was a Super Mojave GHI hypo. And that thing was all gray, and it was freaking gorgeous.
Nice.
So we also have this girl. And this girl was from GHI Mojave hypo to GHI Mojave hypo pairing. So she's all white, but she does have, like, dark freckles. And if we put her under a black light, she has a Super GHI pattern.
Awesome.
She has like that super dark dorsal stripe, and then it's all just faded down the sides and stuff. So I think this might be Super GHI, and she also has the Super GHI face. They kind of have not quite like their heads are like more narrow whenever you get into like the Super GHI combos.
Okay.
So she doesn't have like a typical ball python head. It's kind of just a little bit different. She has just a little bit more of a narrow head going on.
There you go, Ashley. Here, hit Nathan up this year. Look at that pairing. GHI Mojave hypo to GHI Super Mojave hypo.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, so we'll see what his look like, and then we can compare. So when we put her to something, we're going to put her to something without GHI in it, because I want to see if she's a Super GHI or if she's just like a GHI Super Mojave or whatever. She might not be any of it. We don't know. So I was just kind of going off of what I can see under a black light. But we don't have any Super Mojaves to compare her to.
Chapo, a het is just one, like a recessive, you need 2 copies in order to produce the visual. So just say for in the instance, I'll say Exantic. Exantic's recessive. So you need to have a copy from mom and a copy from dad to make the visual. Now, a het just means that it is 1 copy of that recessive gene. So, like, maybe I should do a video on that. Maybe that'll be a good way to do it, because that'll probably be a good video too.
Punted
Thank you
squares.
for the idea, Chapo. I will do a video on that, so stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed with your notification bell rung, and I will do a video on that here as soon as I can get to it.
Jeremy's gonna get all sciencey with us.
Dude, dude. All right, I'm not gonna lie. My stepmom is a nurse. Okay, so she knows a lot of this medical terminology, all that crap. When I start talking genetics, her eye, like, you can just like watch like her face, like her eyes just glaze over, and at the end of my spiel, she just looks at me like the only thing she can say is, "I don't know what you just told me, but I never thought I would hear anything remotely like that come out of your mouth."
I'm not sure how I would take that.
At first, I kind of thought the same way. Gee, thanks. I don't really know how to, But the more I got to think about it, it's like, you know what? No, that is a compliment, because I kind of like, a lot of times I kind of play this dumbass, like, I don't know a whole lot role, just because I like the simple life. I just kind of go easy with the flow, and there is a brain in there. It does work, folks. Unlike what Nathan tries to make you guys all believe. There is some thought going on in that head. I do have some good ideas every once in a while, too. Nathan says, yes, that video will be out in 2026, just like the clutch pulling of the carpet pythons from this year. You will get that when those babies are on eggs.
I love how you can see the outline of each individual scale on that animal. That is awesome.
My goodness.
Yeah, that is amazing.
Yeah, so this is a blackhead cinnamon Mojave hypo.
Blackhead,
you can kind of see. Yep.
That's gorgeous.
I bet that's interesting under a black light, because I can see it kind of glaring through now. The yellow's trying to bust through there.
Yeah, so she does have like a couple yellow spots, but yeah.
I would love to say I'd love to see that in Exantic, but it basically already is.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
might get to see this kind of
Uh-oh.
What's up, Terry?
Broke up.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
Did it glitch out?
You broke up.
Yeah. Every day around the same times. It'll happen about 2 o'clock in the morning, too.
Okay.
Ashley, I have a question for you, if you don't mind.
Yep.
So the snake that you showed before this one, the one you think is might be a super GHI, I was wondering, you produced that one, correct?
No, we did not. We bought that one.
You did not. Okay. Because I was going to ask you if you did produce it, if it missed its first shed, because I've actually heard some people on a few different podcasts say that when they're a super GHI, as a baby, they tend to miss their first shed.
I didn't know that. And the guy that we got her from, I don't think he's in anymore. So I'll never know. So, but I guess we'll see. Like we're planning on doing some super GHI stuff, so that'll definitely be something to keep an eye on.
Let's go ahead and run another one of our sponsor ads here real quick, and then we'll get back into what you got going on here, Ashley.
Can't find that missing piece of your breeding project? Hit up Triforce Morphs. They've been in the industry for 10 years and counting. They're working heavily with clown pieds, hypo clowns, hypopides, along with lace, citron, and the Matter project. Can't let out the fact that they have crested geckos as well. Trust, respect, and integrity. That's the Triforce way. Are you ready to take it to the next level? Then check out DTMG Pythons. Danny is best known for his awesome clown ball python projects. This year's focus is Confusion, Hurricane, and Disco Inferno clowns. He also specializes in high-end crested gecko morphs such as Exantic, Lily White, and Exantic Lily Whites, along with the Deadpool line of gargoyle geckos. Check out his morph market and Instagram, DTMG Pythons. Just buy it.
And I gotta change that logo for Danny. I keep forgetting to do that. So what else you have going on, Ashley?
Oh, so much. We've been so busy. We just picked up a whole collection last weekend. So we added about 30 animals to our 80 something that we had before. So yay.
Now,
So now
are you allowed to
we're
say
gonna
who are you allowed to say whose collection you bought out or bought?
I don't know if he wants us to tell everybody yet, but
Okay.
you know, I
No,
don't
hey,
want
that's
to
cool. That's
be
cool.
like,
I
hey,
know
yeah, this guy
sometimes-
got out. Like,
I know some of those things, like it's not a secret. Some of it, no, I don't want to say secret, but some of it that people don't want to. Yeah, I get it. It's cool.
so we're and now
Danny is known for other things. On this channel, yes, Danny is known for many.
Only if there's a sink involved.
There's a sink or an auction. Yes.
Just nobody mentioned the word lace.
Yeah. Oh God.
oh, you want to see lace? I got lace.
Ooh, lace. I love me some lace. Lace.
I do too, but Danny seems to hate it, so.
Hey, did you
Well,
see
she's going into shed a
that
little bit.
Lace is
RTI
what the
has
small
narrowed it down? They're going to have
DTMG.
a test for that?
RGI's gonna have a test for lace.
Yeah.
I feel as though like, some of these genes, and maybe it's just me, but I feel as though some of these genes, like you should be like, they're very easy to pick out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I
I
have
don't know.
a yellow belly lace het clown that you can see the lace in it from across the room. And I have a Mojave lace from Chris that you have to get really close to it to be able to see the highlights in the
Really?
belly. It's just the way that it interacts with different genes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe
Gorgeous.
there's a, if it's there, use it. Now, what we got there? What we got there?
So this is actually from your other sponsor, John and Christine. This is cinnamon lace, and she's 50% het for pied. I bet you she's going to approve though.
I bet you should.
Because
Yeah, it looks like a
this
coming
part
up
right
there.
here,
Yeah.
it goes all the way around.
Yeah, we just
Oh,
picked
you got
up our
two of them
first
there.
lace.
Yeah, there's one right
Yeah.
in front of that too. Look at that.
Yep. So I bet you she proves.
That belly is crazy busy.
Plus, there's probably something else floating around in it anyway. John
So
and Christine,
depending
it's kind of like here's what we know it is. Gotta help
Right.
you if something else pops out, because there could be something else too.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Yep. That's why most of their stuff has been sent out and tested because I know. I can actually give them a little bit of an update too, because these are two that we bought from them last year, and they're doing great. They're like almost 600 grams now.
And speaking of shed testing, right here, this guy, everybody, Charlie at Gray Rider Reptiles. This is who I use. If you are a top tier channel member, which is the Jungle Carpet tier, you get a discount code for Charlie for 10% off of all your shed testing. It's got unlimited use, folks. So go ahead and check out that the channel membership as well. But definitely, Charlie, thank you very much, dude, for partnering up with me on that one. I appreciate you. And on all of the auctions, Charlie's been super generous and given everybody 25% off discount for anything that needs tested that was on the live auction for that night. Charlie's an awesome guy. Just hit Charlie up for all your shed testing needs, guys. Go
Especially
and hit
if you
Charlie
want a fast
up.
turnaround on it.
Yeah, guy, if you want a fast turnaround, yeah.
Absolutely.
Charlie's got to you within like a week, basically. Or at least the last time I sent him like 5 sheds, I had results back in a week.
Yep. Charlie's tested almost everything, including this girl right here. He's the one that told us that she's a double het ultramel and cryptic.
Oh,
So this is blackhead yellow belly fire.
You don't
We're
need
not going to work
that
the
in your racks.
ultramel part.
You don't need that.
We're not
Just
going to
send
work
it
the
on over here.
ultramel, but and
I
then
need
we
an
also
ultramel
picked
girl
up.
too. Shh, just send her on over.
Maybe you can get some of the babies off of us that are het ultramel.
Absolutely.
I'm in for that too.
Especially if they're het cryptic too. Yeah, send them on over.
We actually
Well,
picked up
hopefully they'll
a
be-
ultramel male and a lace female from Gettysburg, so we're
Nice.
now
There you
in
go.
lace and ultramel.
And then this is her sister. This was a clutch that we almost bought the whole thing.
oh, I
This
remember you guys talking about this on the auction.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
One day
freaking gorgeous.
I'm going to pry the last girl away from him one day. But this one's a Blackhead Orange Dream. Same double het ultra milk cryptic.
Man.
So
Blackhead really conquers that orange dream. I did not think it would beat it down so much. Look at that.
And then I don't know what it is with John's line of Blackhead. I wish I still had the other female. She was only het ultra milk, so we actually sold her to Jeff and Angie.
Okay.
But she was just a single gene Blackhead, and their Blackhead is phenomenal. Like, I don't know where it came from, but I like it a lot.
I say they've got some killer Blackhead stuff. I was looking at that at Gettysburg. Chapo, everybody's information should be in the description down below of the video. So you probably have to click like the more tab or whatever it is, and it'll drop down and it'll show you everything. It'll even bring up like for channel membership. It'll bring up the channel members that are could be on the night. Bring up all their info as well. Not everybody has YouTube on here, but Instagram, all that stuff. So definitely go ahead, give them a follow, like, whatever you do on Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff. I actually did my first IG post in like months today.
I've been so bad about social media lately. I've taken a hiatus from it, and
Same here. Phil wants to know how your lace girl's doing, Tara.
I can go grab her so he can see.
Yeah,
She's doing amazing. She's my favorite. She lays with me.
Oh, I saw a leopard.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
This is a Cypress spot nose leopard, Krypton, double het hypopide male. So Charlie's going to be getting a lot of sheds this year too.
Make sure you use that code. I'm going to actually have to update the code. So Charlie, I think I know how you're going to, what the code will probably change to, but you'll have to give me the new coders. Let me know what the new code turns into.
I think that is the closest pattern I have seen to like a Burmese and a ball python yet.
Yeah, that looks amazing.
Yeah. He does look like a Burm.
Love that.
What is it? Granite, I think, is the one that does that, or just a normal Burm. So he's super cool though, and he's already starting to lock stuff for us. So doing awesome.
Nice.
So we should have some pretty cool hypo het clown stuff for sale because we're going to be holding back most of the het cryptic stuff, but I'll be going to Charlie to figure it out.
Charlie said he's working on Monsoon, Puzzle, and Monarch right now. Doesn't need sheds for them as he's done with the sequencing, just designing the test right now. Awesome, dude.
Nice.
He needs super OD, white lace, and super red stripe. And Charlie, you forgot the most important gene of all that you need. You need more TSK Exantic. So all my TSK people, send this man your shed so I can get frisky with my pairings a little bit here and test that shit.
Or just send him any brown snake. He won't be able to tell the difference till he tests it anyway.
And some black Exanthic people too, if you're into that.
Man, I swear, I think the brownest Exanthic I've ever seen were that VPI stuff you guys all use.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I tend to disagree there. I think the VPI is the way to go on that, but
oh man, I don't know, man. Hey, let's see Tara's girl that she got from Phil, because Phil wanted to see her.
Yeah, this is the girl we picked up from Phil. She's a Pastavi lace, and she is my favorite right now. She was actually laying on me earlier while we were watching TV.
She is pretty.
Super pretty, super clean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love the belly. And I love how her sides are pushed up, and it looks like it's kind of just dripping down her back.
Yeah, so you've actually got like some popcorning on yours. Mine doesn't have the popcorning like that. It is super pushed up and it's super clean, but just the telltale signs from across the room aren't there till you get in and look closer, other than the coloration.
But yeah, she's doing great for us, Phil.
Nice.
So we really appreciate it. She's amazing, and I can't wait to pair her in a few years.
Dude, that'll be pretty. That'll be pretty.
put her into some Barnhart Black Pastel, just like I want to do with everything.
That would be pretty in Exanthic even. Like some of the Exanthic stuff, I need the Mojave in it, so.
I'm gonna go put her back
that shirt
now.
looks really good, Ashley. That shirt looks really awesome. I caught a glimpse of that.
Yeah. It's really well worn too. I love this shirt. It's super comfortable.
I say, aren't they pretty comfortable as all hell?
Yeah.
I actually need to get another run. I've had so many people wanting shirts. It's like all I have are like a handful of larges left, and it's like I need XLs, 2XLs, and some mediums. I don't get many people that want smalls, but the XLs and the 2XLs are like the most popular size.
So just because we were talking about the Exanthic, he looks super brown. This is going to be fun trying to figure out how to take pictures of these, I guess.
White background. A white background.
White background?
White
Okay.
background. Yep.
Like you can kind of see it in his eye stripes. The color of his eye stripes is what color he is everywhere.
It's beautiful.
So this is our black Exanthic.
Okay, so you're into the black Exanthic stuff
Yeah.
now.
Black Exanthic, het hypo, and then he's posset pied. If you'll let me stretch him out here, though. I don't think he's a posset pied.
I mean,
What he said.
oh, there you go.
Yeah. So I don't think he's a posset pied. I'm pretty sure he's going to prove out het pied.
Yeah, as I said, it looks like he's got some tracks going on there.
Just like 3/4 of his body. It's fine. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it all turns out. I'm super excited about the project, though. Especially there's not a lot of people working it, so.
No, there's
It's hard to
not.
find. I
Yeah.
looked at maybe picking some up, and it's out there, but it's hard to find.
Yeah.
Here, I feel as though I need to. He's kind of going in the shed, though.
Oh, come on. Don't start making excuses, Jeremy.
No, he is. Like, her
Oh, yeah,
belly-
he's going to the shed. This is why he's brown.
No, dude, her belly's like pink. She doesn't look too bad on here though for being in shed. But no, this is that leopard TSK Exanthic het clown girl. Nathan knows what this girl looks like because he was the one that sent me the pictures and stuff of her, so he cannot even deny that this girl is not drop dead freaking gorgeous. But she like her belly is like my colorblind ass can even see the pink on this one. Like she eats like a freaking machine too, dude. Like eats like crazy.
See, even Nathan said it's the prettiest brown snake ever.
Tell you what, Nathan. I tell you what, man. You wait until I put some bang into that, and then I want to see you talk trash. Because then you can't talk trash on it because you got your precious bang in it. So, what's some of your most anticipated clutches this year, Ashley?
Most anticipated. We have, I guess, probably. We have the potential to make super GHI hypocryptons this year and see what those look like. If the female proves out het for hypo, it's a 1 in 16, I think, so not terrible. And then my wife has the chance to make the GHI Mystic Potion hypos. She's super, super excited about that project. She's been wanting to make one for 3 years now. And we actually bought a blackhead GHI Mojave hypo male for her project. Tried to breed him for the past 2 seasons. It's a female.
Glad I'm not the only one.
We were like, I don't understand. He won't lock. He's our only male. He's like 1,200 grams, and he still won't lock anything. We're just like, it was boggling our mind, like as to what was going on. And it's because he doesn't have any hemipenes. So, you know.
I think that's a better problem. That I'd rather have a male become a female.
Absolutely.
You go out on the price aspect of it.
Absolutely.
Than have a something that you thought was female and you raised for years, 4 years, and come to find out that it is in fact a male.
Speaking of which, I have a beautiful red striped male. If anyone wants one, I'll let him go for a song.
For a song?
Yeah. So on the same day that we figured out that the blackhead GHI Mojave hypo that was supposed to be a male and kind of basically ruined our season last year, but not quite, was a female, we found out that our really awesome GHI pied female is a male. So
it kind of...
Yeah. Got super excited one day and then super disappointed like 10 minutes later. So if anybody's looking for a GHI Orange Dream 1,500 gram huge breeder male to do some GHI pied stuff, he's super awesome. Like,
he is pretty.
He's beautiful.
He's got a lot of pattern to him.
See, that's how I think that's the best type of pies right there. Something that's got a good bit of pattern, like a 50-50 pattern, or even, to me, the more pattern, the better.
Yeah, like an 80-20, 70-30.
So he's got pattern all the way down to here, and then, like, that's all pattern for, like, the first probably half of his body.
Yeah, see, that's...
And then just that little bit.
That's cool, though. He's got that little bit on the tail, though. That's I really like that.
Love his back.
And he's got more pattern on the tail than he does anywhere else with the black.
Yeah, as far as in the...
Yeah.
He's got a little bit up here, too, but it's just not as dark and prevalent. So, super disappointed that this is not a female, because this was going to go into the Black Exanthic project. So I was like, we'll get some GHI, possibly some Orange Dream into it.
Yeah.
And then pied het Black Exanthic.
That would hurt. Yeah, that would hurt.
Yeah. So we grew her up. When we got her, she was like 70 grams. So, and now, so yeah, raise it up for years and then figure out it's not what you wanted.
Yeah, that sucks. Creative, what's up? Thanks for tuning in.
What's up, Elias?
Let's go ahead and run our last channel sponsor ad here real quick.
Lucas Landon Royals produces some truly high-caliber snakes. Kai has been breeding ball pythons for 6 seasons and counting. He's working toward multi-recessive combos such as DG Clown, Hypo Clown Pied, Sunset Candy Pied, and DG Exantic Pied. He's working with several other species of snakes, but next year he's going to start breeding Boa Imperators, and he also has a small group of super dwarf retics. So be on the lookout for some super dwarf cow retics. Become a royal at Lucas Landon Royals.
If you want to use the best reptile record keeping and tracking software on the market today, scan the QR code or click our partnership link in the description down below for a free 30-day trial of Husbandry Pro. I promise you will not regret it.
Click the link, folks. Try Husbandry Pro. It will change your world.
And then in that collection that we picked up, we actually have the chance of hitting some Orange Dream, Dark Knight, Het DG, Posset hypos too. Ooh. And that clutch is already, like, she's already ovulated and everything. So
that's already, that's going to happen then for sure. Damn.
Yeah, we ultrasounded her the other day. She's got 6 eggs, and it looks like 2 slugs. So we'll see what happens with that. The male does have pastel in him, so I'm hoping we don't hit the pastel version, but we shall see.
Well, I mean, I guess you're probably going for the dark looks. I guess pastel. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So we'll see. We went from when we picked up the collection, we went from having 2 pastels in the whole collection in this whole room, and now I think we have like 10 or 12. So it kind of hurt my heart just a little bit, but most of it's in DG stuff. So
Oh, see,
It's really pretty
you
and
want
it's
it.
really nice. But
yeah, that's okay then. Like
Yeah.
Pastel and DG, I've got that female I got from Nathan, and she just glows. I mean,
Just throw
Pastel
lace
and
at the
DG are
rest
my-
of it. You'll be fine. It's fine.
like the main breeder male that we picked up in that collection, he's pastel chocolate desert ghost, double het hypo clown.
Oh,
So
That's
very
and
nice.
then his son came with it too, and he's just a chocolate desert ghost hypo het clown male. So we're holding back the son. We're gonna let the dad finish doing the pairings that he was doing, and then we're gonna keep the son for next year.
Okay.
Do some stuff with him next year. I don't want to do like a whole bunch of clown stuff, but the DG hypo stuff we're really deep into also. So
I was gonna say I've got my chocolate triple het girl, which is DG Hypo Clown. She's in her prelay shed now, and she was paired to a DG Hypo. So
there you go.
Charlie's gonna be getting I think she's got like 6 eggs. Charlie's gonna be getting some tests for some clown stuff.
Yeah.
But hopefully we can hit the odds on that one. I would love nothing more than to hit the odds on that.
My wife was joking earlier. She said, I need to just set up like a direct link to Charlie, like straight out of my paycheck, almost like child support.
You know what? All right. And Charlie, on some of these like the benefit auctions and stuff, Charlie's throwing out some really killer deals
Yeah,
on shed
for
tests.
sure.
Charlie, we
And
need membership plans.
It's just a membership plan. I got you
So, and then,
we got the 10% code if you're in the top tier. Come on, Greg.
Then when we went to
How'd you
Tinley,
decline?
we dropped 30 sheds on him at Tinley. So
Oh shit!
we got it.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, so Charlie's turnaround time might be a little bit slow for the next couple of months.
Well, we've already gotten back some of them, but we're waiting for a lot of the cryptic / clown
Okay.
stuff because he has to send that stuff out. He can't test it at home. So,
Gotcha.
but the hypo stuff, I think we got the results back on those in like 3 days.
No, that sounds
after
about right.
Tinley?
Charlie's pretty freaking quick
Like-
on the turnaround.
Yeah. Well, and that's with him going home from Tinley, setting everything up, testing it all, and then letting us know too. So he's super quick.
So he got on that shit right away then. Top
Yeah.
priority.
Yeah.
I wonder how many sheds he actually took home from Tinley. From
I don't
everybody.
even know.
Wow.
He posted it up on Instagram, and I know Jeff and Angie brought him like a small box full of sheds, and like,
Wow.
you know, we dropped 30 of them, and we do ours in like little envelopes. So
Mhm.
it was just like a little plastic bag. I had it in my back pocket because trying to see Charlie in a day, like at a show, and not have him be surrounded by people, it was insane, especially at Tinley.
Oh, I bet. Charlie says he had a lot. Jim even dropped Chad off to him too at Tinley. Damn. Ashley, are you guys going to be coming out to the barbecue this year?
I actually don't know yet. I'm trying to see what's going to happen with my work schedule because I just went from day shift or night shift to day shift, and I'm trying to go back to night shift.
Oh, really?
So I will have to see. I've worked nights for like 15 years, and then a position opened up on days, so I took it so I could get the position, and I'm kind of really regretting that decision. 3 a.m. is really early to get up for work.
Yeah, see, that to me isn't day shift. Like, is that just 3 a.m.? You gotta wake up. What time does your day actually start at work then?
5:30. But I got to get up, let the dogs out because we have 3 dogs and 3 cats and everything else too. So when I go out and do the rats before I go to work, and so make sure they all have food and water before I leave the house for the day. Because I work anywhere between 10 and 15 hours a day. So if I don't check them before I leave and they don't have water or something, that's 10 or 15 hours that they don't have water or food or whatever. So
things can go downhill quick and they start eating each other rapidly.
Yeah, for sure. And then I'll give you guys a sneak peek of something else that we just recently picked up. So now we're going to be working this also.
Now, what is that?
So we haven't really told anybody yet that we picked this up, but this is a sentinel female.
Oh,
Beautiful.
So we
I
picked up
like
2 of these.
that graniting to it, and that's a
Mhm.
very unique looking pattern.
So another project that some people, people are working it and stuff, but just not as heavy as, like clown or something.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is that recessive or is that
Yep.
just
Yep.
okay?
I believe it's a
It's
little
kind of like
bit,
monsoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's recessive, but most of the combos have like a really heavy het marker to them.
Okay.
They're very, very pretty. Very pretty snakes.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
that's
we
just
picked
a
up-
single gene?
Yep, this is just a sentinel. Nothing, no codoms, no nothing in her yet.
Oh, wow.
So I want to get this into hypocryptic. So she'll probably end up going to that Cypress spot nose krypton. And we'll test for the hypo and the pied, because sentinel pieds are actually really cool too. So, and we'll see where it goes from there.
And Jim says sentinel and pink are the same, he believes.
Mhm. Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Well, it hasn't been
I've
like
never-
proven, but
that really catches my eye. When you make babies with that, Ashley, we might need to talk.
Yeah, for
that
sure.
really catches my eye really quick.
I'll let you know. We picked up the 2 females, so I know one of them's going to the krypton. We're going to sell the het clown ones, keep the het cryptic ones,
Okay.
and then everything's going to get tested for hypo and pied. So,
No. You're not supposed to be.
and then the other female, I'll let you know backstage that the other female's
Okay.
going to. So,
All right. No, you're good. You're good. Yes, Greg came back. Greg came back.
I got
to us.
ejected. Put me in, coach.
Okay, what'd you do? Hit the wrong button, bro?
I don't know. One minute I was here, the next minute I was looking at a little swirly thing.
1 minute you were here, and the next minute I heard it bloop, and you went away. It's just good. Well, maybe Greg just used out. That sentinel just did it for me. I'm done for the night. Going to bed and having a good dream.
I need a sandwich and a smoke.
Greg, let's put you up here on the spotlight. And tell us what you got cooking for this year, bro.
It's a builder year for us, man. We kind of looked at the market this year, and we need a few things for the table. We're still going to vend through this, but we need a few things for the table. Just the pet market thing. So we did a banana. I took a banana Enchi clown and just paired him to a fire just to get some bananas on the table.
Okay.
We've got another shot at our Exanthic clowns this year, so we're really crossing our fingers with the other het girl that we've got and hoping, because we whiffed last year.
I was gonna say I couldn't remember if you hit one last year or if you missed it last year.
We got a bunch of hets. We got a bunch of we got one clown. Well, we have 5 eggs. We got we got one firefly clown, or one fire clown, and we got a bunch of fireflies double het out of it. But we whiffed completely on the VPI, so much that we're gonna send a test off for that girl before we breed her again. But we've got another het VPI girl that we got with her. So we paired them up again this year, and we're hoping. Now she did pair once. She locked once last year with a just a regular Axanthic boy that we've got. But she locked a couple times with our Axanthic clown sire this year. So I'm hoping that he takes the clutch rather than the little guy.
Yeah.
What else we got? I'm hoping she's looking thick. She's looking healthy. I paired a fire acid to a lemon blast yellow belly.
Okay.
So hoping for some bright snakes out of that. I'm really hoping that one takes.
Bright and crazy pattern.
Yeah. I just repeated the bamboo pinstripe lesser, well, bamboo pinstripe male to the lesser yellow belly pastel female, which was our first clutch. I just repeated that again this year because we sold all the bells out of that clutch, and we had some really good looking bamboos come out of that. So because I was telling TJ, we don't have any bamboos. We've sold our last bell. Maybe it's time to just run that clutch again just to get some good table fodder. And if we get a good bamboo female out of it, I'll hold that back.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got. We've got another. We had the one GHI clown clutch, GHI Super Pastel Clown clutch. That went really well for us. We've got another coming. That one won't have the yellow belly in it, so that'll just be the pastel GHI het clown clutch. That we should get a clown or two out of that, hopefully.
Okay.
What else we got going on? We got a possible praying. We got our ultra male boy to a het ultra male Mojave.
Okay.
So I'm really hoping that every egg that she lays is ultra male. To be honest with you, I need the odds gods on my favor on that one.
Just cut it on hair down. It'll be okay.
Right? Let me see. We're kind of all over the place here. I've got my first pairing out of my Phantom Krypton to a clown girl this year. They've locked 3 times now, I think. So we're crossing fingers and hoping for the best. We just pulled eggs from a Mojave Het OG to an Orange Ghost male night before last.
Okay.
So we're hoping for good odds on that. And what else was it? I just had one in my mind that else. I don't know. We're all over the place, man.
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean,
no, there's so many that I've got a pastel red stripe clown clutch that hopefully is going to go well for us, and I have a pastel lesser het clown to, God, what did we put her to? I think it's to a clown male. And I expect those to be gorgeous snakes, honestly. And she just got through ovulation, so she'll be laying here in a couple weeks.
okay.
And what else we got? We've got the one that I'm really hoping for this year. I put a Enchi het clown female to a spot nose het clown male. Hoping to get some Enchi spot nose clowns.
Okay.
So hopefully the odds guys will favor us this year the way they did last year. We had really good luck last year. I can't complain. I think the only thing that we went for last year that we whiffed on was the Axanthic clown clutch. So of course that was the biggest one to miss. But
I was with you on that one too. And I went back and redid that pairing. I was hoping that the male that I got this year, that leopard vanilla Axanthic het clown, I was hoping I would have gotten him in time before she ovulated, just to get one lock, just to roll the freaking dice, because the female's a pastel double het Axanthic clown.
mm-hmm.
I thought if I could get him in time, throw him in, get one lock, and just pray to the odds gods that he takes it with that one lock. Needless to say, she ovulated the week before my boy got shipped. So it's just like shit. So I'm doing the 1 in 16 odds chance of hitting it because it's double head to double head. So it's last year I missed out of 4 eggs. This year I think did she have 6 or 7? Or maybe she has 8. I forget what she's got this year. She has more than 4. I do know that. Now we'll see how many of them are, if there's any slugs, but she does have more than what she had last year. So I do have better odds at least. I'll give myself that.
Yeah. Yeah, 25 and 26 is going to be the year that we've grown mostly out of these head-to-head pairings.
Mm-hmm.
So the odds won't be as much of a factor for us in a lot of these. And that's also when a lot of these that I'm holding back are going to be coming of age. And you'll see a big turnaround in our level of animals that we're producing, hopefully.
But you know what, though? I mean, it's nice to produce those high-end animals. It is. But let's not forget that a lot of people getting into this are starting out at pet keepers.
Oh yeah.
And I'm gonna just say, for me anyway, that pet level the top end pet level is basically $400 or $500.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That and below, I think, is where, if you're trying to hit that pet level stuff, that's where you're gonna sell it at real easy.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Now the stuff above that is more, you're getting more towards your breeders then. And, you know, I mean, let's face it, there's a lot of people out there that want to breed or that are breeding, but it's, you know, you gotta, then those people know what they're looking for normally.
I'll be honest, the stuff above that's for me at this point.
It's just like, it's one of the things like you gotta, like, for like, I've gotten really bad with it, and I don't know if it's just because I've listened to enough people talking about it where it's just kind of been ingrained in my mentality of thinking. There's a lot of stuff I wanted to impulse buy, and in the back of my head, I just told myself, is it really gonna do something for me? Does it really justify, like, you need this, and this over that, really? And I'll use a good example. Creative Genetics has set me up with a killer deal on an animal with a friend of theirs, and I had to decline on it. Like, I thought about it long and hard for a couple of days. I had to decline on it because I knew I needed new displays. I want to get a big banner for the shows. Like this year is basically, we're going full freaking bore. Like, we're gonna have 2 tables by Gettysburg in July.
Yeah.
We're gonna be like, I'm gonna spoil this for everybody because I didn't show it up on Instagram or anything. There will be a video going over it though. But hold on, here. Kids have here we go. Let me flop where we're at here. But that is.
Oh yeah.
The new displays. Now I got to order 2 more sets, just so that, because the ARS didn't have the 3 slot. They had the 2 slots, but they didn't have the 3 slots. So my next order, I'm going to get some 3 slots and some 2 slots mixed in with it. But I did get 4 or 5 slots and 2 4 slots. So our display game, like, when you walk into a show, there's going to be like, I'm gonna look radio freaking active. Like, my area should be glowing green.
Oh, it's the green guy over there.
People might question, should we really go over there because he's glowing over there. Guys were joking in the group chat tonight that my snakes are going to be blind by the end of the show because of how bright the displays are. They might be onto something. I don't know. But hey, a blind snake can't strike, or if it does strike, it can't hit you because it doesn't know what the hell it's striking at. So we might be onto something here. But no, like, there's displays I needed to get. I've got to do the expansion this year. Like I can't put this off another year. The expansion is going to happen this year, so the snake room, I don't know if I'll have it done by the barbecue in July. It should be started, though, by then. There's a few minor things I got to try to figure out how I want to work or go about working with it around it, mainly the water system stuff, because the water system stuff, of course, it's got to be in that corner right where it'll be the snake room. But, like there's a lot of stuff that took precedence over adding another snake, because it's like I've got 12 that are going to be coming out of the incubator here next week. Yeah. Like we're looking at literally, I think I told Nathan and I were talking to, I think I'm realistically, like if I knock it out of the park, it'd be close to 20 clutches. Realistically, figured the 75% rule. So I'm looking at maybe like 15. But last year I only did 8. So I'm basically all but doubling the amount of hatchlings. But I've also done, instead of 1 clutch of carpets, I've got 2 clutches of carpets. And so yeah, like the numbers are kind of insane for this year. So there's gonna be a lot of work that I'm gonna have to adjust to having this year. And then next year's gonna be even worse. It's gonna be freaking all real crazy by next year.
Yeah, the infrastructure is just as important as the animals.
It is.
Can you do it without the infrastructure for a little while, but sooner or later it's going to catch up to you. And when it does, it's not in a good way if you're not prepared for it.
Yep.
That and all right, hold on. I just saw this. Taylor says, "Hey, now I've been tailed by a blind snake more than all my others." All right. Well, I guess that goes back to the whole thing. A blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while.
Snake's not as blind as you think it is.
I was gonna say, I guess. I mean, you got the heat pits. I guess. I guess that still helps. But damn it, Taylor! Thanks for ruining my thought process. Like, in all, like, the infrastructure is a huge part of it, because I mean, you've got to keep making sure you've got that room to grow, and if you hit your limit of growth, then you got to think of, all right, what do I need to get out in order to keep growing?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I can still go up on my 50-20 rack. I can go up like 3 more, maybe 4 more tiers, and I can go up like 3 more tiers on my 55-40 rack. But beyond that, I need a whole nother hatchling rack. I do plan on hopefully adding a mini 130 this year, another 1065 this year. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. And actually, if I get the mini 130, now that I think about it, I might not need the second 1065 right away. I can maybe save that for next year.
Have you seen the 1060 racks that they came out with?
The 1060s.
Yeah, so they're 5 inches tall, but they're a 10 series tub size.
Is that the arboreal ones?
No, they were designed to be like maternity rack style, so you could put like 1 or 2 pregnant female rats in those tubs and let them have their babies on their own. But they ended up making it into like an actual snake rack. Like instead of a 1065, we're actually going to get that 1060. So that way, whenever we're feeding weans and smalls into the stuff in the 1065s, we don't have to worry about them zooming right back out of the tub, because those are only like 3.5 inches tall or whatever.
Yeah.
So it gives you that extra inch. You lose 1 level though, so it's only 60 tubs instead of 65. But if you've got the room to add up, you could do another one. We're short, so we only did 9 levels.
Okay.
So, because I don't want to have to climb on something to put rats in tubs.
Yeah, that's where I'm kind of like, I'm going to be sketchy at. Like, I try to keep everything, even like the hatchling stuff. Like, I try not to use that top level. I mean, it's there. I try to keep everything like eye level and below. Yeah. But, I mean, it's inevitable. It's going to have to get used at some point. I do know, though, like ARS came out with their arboreal rack, where it's basically
I didn't see that one yet.
It's like the 1065 width, but it almost, that's why I thought it was almost the same thing. Maybe it is.
Maybe it is. Maybe that's what they're advertising it as. But I thought it'd be nice for the balls because you go to throw rats in these little short tubs and they just run right back out of the tub.
I'm gonna pull it up here real quick because now I am curious. Like, you've got me quite thinking here once. Let's see here. I don't do this normally off of,
because it's also compatible with the Mini 130. So like what we were kind of thinking was do like 6 or 7 levels of the 1060 and then putting Mini 130 levels on top of it. So that way we've got some space for hatchlings and then the grow outs. Like,
let's see, I think that it's the 1060 tall.
Yeah.
Hybrid, yeah.
Yep.
That's what it is. It's the 1060 tall. Yeah, it's because I'd messaged them and said something about, or they posted something about it on their Facebook, Instagram, or something. And I was like, oh, thank God you guys finally came out with something that's like perfect for like baby carpet. And they were like, yes, this would be absolutely perfect for them. It's like, thank God. So
yeah, for sure.
That is the one rack I will be adding just solely for the carpet.
See, I just want it for the ease of feeding. Like, instead of trying to tuck a wean into a 3.5-inch tall tub and shut it before they run back out of it.
Well, see, I guess, I do everything frozen tall, so I guess I have it easy on that one. My thing is that with like the 1065, like the 10 series tubs, since they are so shallow, till you put that construction netting in there, like, it sets up there a good bit, and then if the snake's perching on the netting, when you open up that tub, sometimes they're balled up there really high, and as you're pulling the tub, you're rolling them across the netting, and then you're expecting them that when you get the tub fully open to be in a good mood. And let's just face it, if you just got pummeled by an opening drawer, you're not going to be happy.
Right.
It does not lead to a happy experience for either party involved.
Right.
No, that is something where I do want it. That is the other thing I need to add is that arboreal rack. That's a big thing too. And I've thought back and forth. It's like a lot of people use sea serpents just because it's a little bit cheaper, a little bit more versatile, I want to say. But I'm a big, I only want to buy shit once, and I like to keep things the same. So this is like, you know what? We're just going to splurge. We're just going to do it right. We're going to stick with the ARS and just go with it. Because what do you guys have? You guys have ARS, right?
Yeah, this is an ARS. And then everything over here, I built it. So they're built out of PVC. And we've just been using those for like the hatchlings and the grow outs and stuff. Because then I can design it however, for that space instead of whatever ARS, has pre-designed. So.
Well, you were also having to fit things into some goofy dimensions too, if I recall.
Yeah, this room
that made a lot more sense for you anyway.
Because there's 3 doors, so like there's the attic doors over here, and then the door to the dining room, and then the door to the bathroom. Like there's doors everywhere, so like the whole walls are like broken up. I don't like this room for the snakes. Like once we buy a house, there's going to be an actual snake shop. Because no,
it's I told Kara because she asked me today actually. Like she doesn't. It's funny. She doesn't ask me much about the snakes. She kind of just the snakes are my thing. That's it. But she had asked me today. She goes, "What are your plans for like?" Because I've been talking about this expansion a lot more this year already, and I think she knows because I told her, I know last year I said I was going to do it, and I just didn't do it because I didn't feel that push yet. This year I feel that push. And I've talked about it a lot more. And she goes like, "Are you actually doing it?" And she asked how I was going to be redoing everything. So I went through the whole plan, and she just goes, looks at me, she smiles, and she's like, "Go get it." get it done. Like, just, you got my full support. Just don't run us freaking drive money. Type of deal. And I told her, it's like, because the other thing she asked me was, how are you going to do it with all your time? Because, like, I am very strapped for time, and trying on top of it, Dad's still in the hospital. We're working on getting him into his rehab thing, or my stepmom's working on getting him into a rehab facility, so then we can, like, there's a lot of things that's going to be added on just with him into our daily life here, with as far as visiting and helping out around his place and stuff. That's going to make things crazy. And luckily, her soon to be brother-in-law, which I guess technically makes him my brother-in-law. Anyway, he's part of his. He's a builder. Like, that's what he does. He works on houses, and he's a handyman. And he does basically everything. So I told her, I was like, it's like, what I'm probably going to do is end up doing what I can when I can. I was like, I'm basically going to have to hit Adam up. And Adam, if you're watching this, I'm going to hit you up, dude. But I know sometimes he does watch or hop in the chats and stuff. But I'm going to have to hit him up and basically just play, hey, this is what I want. You let me know what you want me to pay you. I'll pay it. And I'll help you out when I can. But, like, I'm at that point now where it's like, it's got to get done. And if I've got to pay somebody to do it, oh well.
Yeah.
It's at that. It's not a want, it's a need at this point now. Because, I mean, I've got no more room for carpet enclosures. If I had that hatchling rack, I really have no other room for carpet enclosures. Those babies will probably be out of those racks this year. They'll be in their own. I'm going to get Ed that made these to make me another set of them, but they'll be, some of them will have dividers in the middle, so they'll be 2x2x2s. So that way, as they grow, then I can pull out the one divider and make it into a 4x2x2, and then move, just separate them at that point. Then, so like, there's basically that the whole the push for the addition is the carpets. I mean, that's the reality of it all, is that it's their show basically. Adding them in, I want to get a pair of Sumatrans this year, and I want to get a pair of ivory juncals if I can find them. They're very hard to find. That's like, if I can find that, I might pass on the Sumatra.
I'll find another. We'll work together on that one, because I'm looking for the same thing.
Dude, like, I've got leads, and I know the one person that I wanted to get them from, and sadly, he doesn't think his female's going to go, so it's just like, shit. So I have another lead, so I'm working. I gotta stop procrastinating and hit up this other lead to see if I can find them. I'll let you know. But
I'd like to pick up at least a male on that side.
Yeah. I mean, the male would be nice, but that's something where you got to get the female. Like, you've got to get that female, and if you can get a pair of them, just get the pair. But at the very least, you want to get that female first, just because you're going to be sitting on her for so long.
Yeah, well, male, female, either way, you're just.
Oh, yeah,
that's more of a me project than a run out and breed them project.
Yeah,
but I like those animals. They're gorgeous.
Well, the thing is, you guys all hear me say it all the time. I mean, carpets, it's just a completely different animal. Once you get one, that's it. There's going to be 2, there's going to be 3, there's going to be 4. And the next thing you know, you're sitting here going, do I really want the ball pythons over the carpets? Because they're addictive. Like, I don't know. It's like, there's just something about working with them that is so different than working with the balls. It's more rewarding. I love my ball pythons. I love my Exantic shit.
I think that the first time I breed them, I'm going to be in trouble.
Oh, dude, I think
it's going to be the point that I'm going to have to make a decision.
You are. What up, Kai? Yes, you are going to be in a world of hurt when it comes time to getting rid of those, because you're going to sit here, you're going to sit there, look at all the babies, and you're going to, because you're going to feed them like at least 5-6 meals or whatever, make sure they're good and established and everything. And then you're going to play the game of, okay, well, you're like, what are you going to look like when you're older? What are you going to look like when you're like, start going through this complex and predicting and trying to figure this all out. And then with what, like, the male I held back, all right, I thought for sure he was going to be very dark, all right. I thought he was going to have a lot of nice blacks. And you guys all see what he looks like now. He's tipped out like crazy. He's more yellow than anything. It's just like, well, I totally missed out on this one. His sister, however, is a little bit darker, but her yellows are better at the moment, and she's got, like, her back half is tipped all crazy.
Well, that's why I reached out to you and was like, are you sure we don't have diamond in these somewhere? Because I've never seen as much tipping in them as especially the one that you held back. I mean, mine's got a lot of it, but that one that you held back is just crazy with it. And I was like, it looks like diamond.
Yeah, I'll pull him out again so everybody can see. He's he's like my pride and joy. As far as, I just love showing this guy off. Like, literally, absolutely just freaking love showing this guy off. But this, oh, he had Coco. But this is the male holdback.
And you didn't think he was going to be banded.
Well, no, I thought he was going to have a lot of black.
Yeah.
He has, like, not much black at all.
Super nice.
Yes,
though.
Nathan, you need to go back into the beginning, Nathan, because I already gave you big props on getting Greg started and established. You got your time in the spotlight, damn it.
Yes, we had to put you out there. By the way, Nathan, we finally got a chance to use those tablecloths that we got from you, and they were phenomenal. Thank you very much. Any of you guys that are looking to get your setups for your shows, Nathan with Infinite Possible Pythons is the guy to go to.
Yeah,
he took care of us, got us set up, and got us looking good.
All of your branding stuff, guys, hit Nathan up. Shirts, like whatever, backdrops, banners, tablecloths, hats. Nathan did my hat. I mean, Nathan is the guy to go to if you need anything branding wise. And it's top quality stuff too. I mean, those tablecloths are heavy as hell. I actually just washed mine finally.
I think he might be more yellow than mine, Jer.
It needed to be washed. But yeah, no, it just Nathan's stuff is top freaking quality, guys. Definitely make sure you guys use him as well. Not only if you want to get into the Bang project. I mean, his branding aspects are super nice, and plus he'll shoot straight from the hip. If you ask him, hey, if you ask his honest opinion on if this makes more sense or that makes more sense, he'll tell you flat out. We did a member live going over. What was it? Was it this month's beginning of this month? Yeah, I think we pushed last month's off to the beginning of this month just because it worked better for Nathan. But it just going over branding, do's, don'ts, where to maybe focus on more than other spots, and I mean it was a great live. Even me, I mean I hit Nathan up all the time, and I still found it super informational for myself even.
It was definitely a fun one.
It was, and like the member lives, I just enjoy them in general. Like I wish it was easier for me to do it like more times than once a month, and sometimes even the once a month is like there we had to push it back because getting a guest to come on and speak with us is kind of a little bit more hectic than anything. Everybody's loving the carpet. Mitzi Ann loves the carpet. Keeper Exotic says everyone focuses on the deep blacks and jungles for contrast, but the tip monsters need focus too. Yes. My goal in all, like, it may sound really stupid. My original goal for the carpets was to produce an all black carpet. Like, they're blacks. I don't know if anybody has really looked deep at some of the blacks these carpets have, but their blacks aren't really black sometimes. They're like, you get a velvety black, and it's a whole different level. Like they've got a whole different level of black with them. I mean, you have some that are black, and then you have these ones that are velvety black. Well, I wanted to try to produce something that would have these velvety blacks, but mainly be just all black. Because Dad there, Xena, he's got that beautiful velvety black, but he's got all that tipping too. Like he's tipped out like crazy too. So when I saw some of these babies having very low pattern, what looked like it would have been a lot of black, I got excited. And now they turned into these tipped out monsters, as you've said there. And it's just like, you know what? Hey, I'm fine with this too. We'll just see if we can't make something that's got like no freaking pattern and just tipping out like crazy to where it does look like a diamond at that point. So hey, I'm flexible. I'll work with it. But I still want to make that all black carpet at some point. I think that would be the pinnacle of line breeding with the carpets. Nathan says, thank you guys. Always happy to help. Which Nathan is going to be, I actually have to send him pictures. Nathan's going to be doing my backdrop. Basically, we're going to have backdrop and one. I'm still debating if I'm going to get 2 new tablecloths. I might keep the original tablecloth and just add a new one. Just that way it kind of flows, but has some of the nostalgic feel with the original still there with it. But I gotta send Nathan some pictures and stuff to get that in the ball rolling on that, to say the least. I'm slacking on the pictures. I've got a snake that both needed the shed because that male I just had out is going to be on the backdrop and the tablecloth. So now that he's shed out, I gotta get him under the ring light there and take some pictures and hope that he sits still. Anybody that has ever tried to take pictures of carpets, they do not sit still to save their life at all. Like, it doesn't matter what the hell you do. They're not going to sit still.
I have that problem with the balls sometimes, so I can only imagine.
Oh, yeah.
Well, see, even with the balls, like, I'll get them out, get them posed. They'll be sitting still. And once you finally have them posed, you get the camera ready, and right before you take the picture, they decide, all right, well, we're comfortable, we're going to move. And then after that, it's game over.
It's a two-man operation. Even with the balls, it's a two-man operation trying to get good photos with them, because you need one person to hold them until you get everything set up and you're ready to push the button and take the picture. Then you set the animal down.
Yeah. And in all honesty, I've had better success if I have everything ready, the camera's ready, get them out of the tub, plop them, and just start snapping. So that way, like, they don't have that time to adjust. And and sometimes you might have to do that a couple different times throughout that day till you get that one picture you like. Just because once they do warm up, they're not going to sit still, and it just becomes a headache.
That video photo option on your phone is your friend for sure.
Oh, yes. Yes. That is true. I do forget about that sometimes. I will not lie. Well, guys, it's been 2 hours. I think we're going to call it a night. Hopefully, it was a blast having you guys all on. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. Hopefully, everybody here that's watching or watches this on the replay, in the link, in the description down below, go to these people's links. Check them out. Show them some love. See what they're working with. If they're doing a project that you are interested in, hit them up. Buy from them, please. I would love to hear that they get amazing sales this year because people that watch the channel went to them. That would make me feel amazing. Ashley, you need to get Husbandry Pro. I had to throw it in there. I was waiting all night. I thought, all right, I'm going to do it now.
I did talk to Robert while we were there because we moved a lot of animals that we had when I did the 30-day trial and spent all 30 days trying to plug all the animals in. Because I only had, like a couple hours a day where I could sit down and type stuff in and put them all in. And so I looked at Robert and I was like, can we just start over? Because, out of what we had then to what we have now, half of those animals are gone. So then I'd have to go back in and archive all the ones that we got rid of and then start, so I was like, can we just start the whole thing over? Like, and he was like, yep, just send me an email and we'll start you all over.
See, that's freaking awesome. Did you tell him about you needed to do it through my link, though? That's the thing. Gotta make sure it's coming through my link, girl. But anyway, everybody, do use that link in the description for Husbandry Pro. It gives you a free 30-day trial. Use it. Love it. If you have questions, I have tutorial videos. Ashley, there is an easier way. Hit Nathan up. All right. Okay. But yes, try that link out, folks. I guarantee you will love it. It will save you time if you're doing shows. It will make you stand out amongst the crowd. Plus, it will save you from having to answer a lot of those typical questions you get from people, because you can just tell them, scan that QR code, and all your questions, 9 times out of 10, will probably be answered, as long as you keep records like, you know, eating, shedding, that kind of stuff. It does, you know, it definitely helps out in that. Keeper says, try under a hide or bowl until you're ready. That's true, yes. I have tried that. But then when I lift up the bowl, my camera's trying to focus on like 3 things.
The bowl moving.
Then when it finally figures, okay, I'm to fixate on the snake's already moving like freaking crazy. And yeah. But no, that is a good tip though too, Keeper. Thank you very much for putting that out there. Everybody, this week's video will be going over my thoughts on the new ARS displays. The week after that will be when you guys finally get to see me pull the carpet clutch. I'm sorry. Apparently, people are betting on how many eggs and all that stuff. And I know in the PA group chat, there were people betting on whoever got the right number would get a free carpet. I don't know who the hell said that, but I mean, I mean, whoever said it, you know, if they pay for the carpet, okay, that's fine. Then whoever got that number right can get the carpet for free. But I will tell you,
Jeremy says, "Show me the money."
Yeah, there is no such thing as a free carpet on that one. But if the person that was said about the free carpet wants to pay for the carpet for the person that did get the number right, you just let me know. Because that person will be very happy. But anyway, so yeah, next week, also next Sunday, will be live auction with Kai from Lucas Landon Royals. So make sure you guys do not miss that. I don't know how Kai has any snakes left, but somehow he does. I don't know how, but he does, folks. So make sure you guys tune in for that. Actually, the funny thing is that day is also going to be another busy day for me, because that's the day I clutch. That's the day I cut clutch number 1. So depending how that goes, I will be high as a freaking kite on good vibes, because that's a very anticipated clutch. That clutch will tell me, hopefully, if the Batman does in fact have red stripe or not, because that was the Batman possible red stripe to our pastel Exantic girl. She did also get paired to a Mardi Gras very early in the season. Hopefully the Batman took it because he got way more locks, and he was 3/4 of the locks that girl had. So hopefully it's all Batman combo stuff. But I'm super excited for that one. Hopefully we can prove out the red stripe without me having to do the genetic test, because Charlie doesn't have red stripe yet, and I don't want to use RGI and wait 3 freaking months to find out. Like, I just, oh my God, I can't do it. I waited 3 months to find out if 2 Exantics were het clown. 2, waited 3 months, at least 3 months. It might have been closer to 4. I sent Charlie 4 sheds to find out if anything was het clown. I had the results back in a week. Hands down, there's no question where in the hell my business is staying and using. And that's Charlie at Gray Rider Reptiles, guys. But anyway, that's going to be it, folks. I greatly appreciate all the channel members. You've got 3 of them up here on the board and panel tonight. guys, thank you very much for all your love and support. It does mean the world to me. I really do mean that. Without you guys with the support, it helps keep everything rolling. It helps keep me motivated. But whether you guys realize that or not, it does help motivate me. So I greatly appreciate that. Everybody, if you would like to see about becoming a channel member, there's a link in the description for that as well. There are some perks for the top tier channel members I don't have listed, like a code for 10% off your shed test at Charlie from Grey Rider Reptiles. Code does not have an expiration. You just got to become a channel member. Also, you get first access to animals that come up for grabs. There's a lot of killer stuff going to be coming out of here this year, like carpet pythons. Also, you get I think it's like 10% off of those animals that you do purchase. There you go. I think, what more can I say? You win, you win, you win. Plus, then you get awesome member lives too. And soon the member lives will just become solely for, not all. The member lives where we have guests will become for just the top tier members. There will still be the normal member lives for every member, but then the top tiers will get the guest speaker lives. So make sure you guys go check that out. I did want to go through and give out some memberships tonight, but it's late and there's only 14 people watching, and yeah, so we'll save that for next time. Maybe we'll do it over the auction. We'll give away some memberships because I know who will get a free membership, because it seems like he always gets a free membership, and that's this guy right here.
Right. Every single time.
Every single time. And he's like, I don't think he wants to be he's already a channel sponsor. He gets enough of me. I call him at least twice a week. He doesn't want to become a member because he has to deal with me enough.
I'm pretty sure he won one from you and me in the same night one day.
I think he did, yeah. Like, since I have so many, yes. Yeah, religiously, it's always Nathan. Like, man just radiates like winning, I guess. He says he's trying to quit. But everybody, make sure you guys go check out the channel sponsors as well, because they also help keep the wheels turning here, and it's an honor to be partnered up with them as well. As I said, check out the Wednesday's video, and don't forget Lucas Landon Royals auction this not tomorrow, but next Sunday. So make sure you guys are here for that. Killer stuff. I'll catch you next time. Let me run this outro. Catch you all later.